The attack was launched in the dead of night, a joint assault by America, France and Britain. 4 RAF Tornado bombers taking off from Akrotiri in Cyprus on a mission to punish the Syrian regime for its use of chemical weapons. President Trump announced the airstrikes in a mid-evening address to the nation.
My fellow Americans, a short time ago, I ordered the United States Armed Forces to launch precision strikes on targets associated with the chemical weapons capabilities of Syrian dictator Bashar al-Assad. A combined operation with the armed forces of France and the United Kingdom is now underway.
And there was a strong warning to the countries propping up the Assad regime, Russia and Iran.
I also have a message tonight for the 2 governments most responsible for supporting, equipping, and financing the criminal Assad regime. To Iran and to Russia, I ask, what kind of a nation wants to be associated with the mass murder of innocent men, women, and children? The nations of the world can be judged by the friends they keep. No nation can succeed in the long run by promoting rogue states, brutal tyrants, and murderous dictators.
The night sky over Syria was lit up by anti-aircraft fire, but there were no reported Allied losses. At the Pentagon, the American Defense Secretary, James Mattis, said the targets were exclusively chemical weapon facilities.
President Trump directed the U.S. military to conduct operations in consonance with our allies to destroy the Syrian regime's chemical weapons research, development, and production capability.
The chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, Joseph Dunsford, was more specific about the chosen targets.
The first target was a scientific research center located in the greater Damascus area. This military facility was a Syrian center for the research, development, production, and testing of chemical and biological warfare technology. The second target was a chemical weapons storage facility west of Homs.
The British Tornadoes returned safely to Cyprus. The strikes were carefully coordinated with the US and France. Theresa May had this to say.
This evening, I have authorised British armed forces to conduct coordinated and targeted strikes to degrade the Syrian regime's chemical weapons capability and deter their use. We are acting together with our American and French allies, so there is no practicable alternative to the use of force to degrade and deter the use of chemical weapons by the Syrian regime.
French jets were also in action, the French president playing a leading role in pushing for these strikes. He had said last year that the use of chemical weapons in Syria would be his red line. The Russians, who apparently did not fire on missiles or aircraft, issued a statement through their ambassador in the United States. A pre-designed scenario is being implemented, he said. Again, we are being threatened. We warned that such actions will not be left without consequences. All responsibility for them rests with Washington, London and Paris. The White House says it believes sarin and chlorine were both used in the attack in Douma last weekend. They hope the airstrikes mean such scenes will never be witnessed in Syria again. If they are, then the Americans say more attacks will follow. Whatever happens, it is all but certain that the misery of a brutal civil war is not over yet. Mark Austin, Sky News, in Washington.